Hey YouTube, it's Jeff again at Darkmoon Metals. Today we're going to talk about making a blacksmith's twisting wrench. So let's get to it. So what is a twisting wrench and what is it used for? Well, typically it's used for making things a little more decorative. You'll see people on YouTube making spoons or other handmade smith items, and they put a twist in the handle just to give it a little more character, a little more decoration. Now, a twisting wrench is what allows you to do that. That's the tool the smith uses. Traditionally, if you're doing a demo, you're going to want to make yourself one that looks like this. You take a piece of bar stock and you put an S bend in it, and when you have your S, you put your metal stock, usually two different sizes. You can put 1/2 inch here, you can put 3/4 here, and while everything is hot, you hammer it on the anvil and you set these distances. So now you have a bending wrench. You can actually do it from either side and get a lot of good leverage. I'm not going to show you how to make one of these. This is a very common thing for guys that are doing demos, and if you're interested in this style of twisting wrench, go to Purgatory Ironworks here on YouTube. He has a really excellent video on how this is done. He does it in a traditional forging style, and he just did a really good job on it. I don't really feel the need to reinvent the wheel. So check out Purgatory Ironworks if you want to make a twisting wrench in a more traditional manner. You're going to see a lot of people on YouTube using a simple crescent wrench. The benefits of a crescent wrench over a traditional bending wrench is that you can accommodate a wide variety of stock as far as the jaws will open, usually about 1 inch. And you can lower it down all the way to 1/8 inch or even smaller if you wanted to. But anything smaller than that, you'd probably be twisting cold. This is a workable solution. The problem with it is, as you're twisting, you can't push with the other hand. You can't keep the tool, you can keep it somewhat level, but it's going to want to twist and bend the bar, and then you have to go back to the anvil and straighten out your twist, usually with a wooden mallet. So what a lot of people reach for is one of these. Now this is a regular plumber's wrench. I think this one's made by Rigid. It's pretty decent. And again, it's adjustable. This will accommodate up to about 1 inch reliably. You have a lot of play here in the head, which I wouldn't really like in a bending tool. You have very aggressive teeth that are designed to grab on to the pipe when you're twisting. And also this tool is made out of cast metal. Now, if you've watched my TIG welding cast iron video, you know that cast iron can be rather temperamental. The way most people configure this or set it up, they cut a piece of stock to about an equal length as the handle, and then they'll either arc weld this on or they'll use an oxyacetylene torch process. The problem is this cast head, if you drop it and the metal doesn't cool correctly, you could snap the head right off of it and then you're out of a twisting wrench. So what I'm going to suggest is keep your eyes open for antiques, but not necessarily a pipe wrench. Alright YouTube, here's the wrench that I would suggest you try to find. This is, my grandfather called it a monkey wrench. I'm not sure if that's the appropriate name for it, but if you can find this style of wrench, it has a lot of advantages over a regular pipe wrench. The first advantage is that everything slides up and down on the shaft. There is no nut in the back. These things move relatively free. They're easy to adjust. It doesn't bind, doesn't grab, and the jaws stay parallel to one another. It won't cock off to the side. It doesn't have teeth in it, so it's not going to dig into hot steel. And for the same size wrench, you actually get an extra 1/2 inch of opening between the two jaws, which is really cool. The other thing I like about this is that this head is steel. It's not cast. And it gives me a really, really big surface to weld my handle onto. So if I come in with the handle, weld it on there, I'm going to have a really nice wrench. I don't have to ever worry about dropping it and breaking it. It's going to stay in one piece for a long time. Now, I'm not going to do this right now. I'm not going to weld these together. This is my grandfather's wrench, and he taught me a very healthy respect for tools. Since I don't need to make one of these, I'm not going to weld it together. But you guys should get the idea if you run across one of these at a tag sale. You know, if I run across an old one at a tag sale with a busted handle or something, yeah, it wasn't my grandfather's, so I'm going to weld it up and I'm going to have myself a nice wrench. I don't need that right now because right now I'm using something else, and it's not something that I've seen on YouTube before as far as a suggestion as a twisting wrench. Alright guys, a lot of you recognize what this is. This is a tap wrench. Basically you can open it up, put your tap inside, tighten it down, and twist. And it dawned on me one day when I was threading a bolt that, hey, that would be a really cool design for a twisting wrench. You've got everything centered, you got a handle on both sides, it's nice, compact, but you know, it's too bad it's so small. This is a Greenwood number 5, and I thought to myself, well, I wonder if they make a bigger one. And sure enough, of course, they do. This is a Greenwood number 7, and this to me is my ultimate twisting wrench. I never have to come in from the side. I always slide the wrench down from the top, lock it into position, and twist, because I work on short stuff. I don't need to worry about going above the capacity of this. I can fit up to 5/8 square stock in here, and it grabs really nicely. But to me, this is great, and I'm going to show you right now how well it works. Alright YouTube, now you saw how easy that was. Now I think I called this a Greenwood tap wrench. It's actually a Greenfield tap wrench. This is the number 7, and I have no problem getting 5/8 stock in here, as long as I haven't hammered on it and I haven't taken it too much out of shape, but it will definitely fit up to 1/2 inch comfortably. When I put this on the top of the bar, I've got an inch thick piece of steel here, and it holds it very, very level to the jaws of the vise, and that's really nice and beneficial because you don't have to worry about the wrench trying to hold the wrench straight and keeping it level while you're turning it. This is just a dream to use, and it's awesome for twisting square stock. One of the things that I wanted to mention, I am not what you would consider a traditional blacksmith. I haven't gone out and made all my own tools. But in the true tradition of blacksmithing, I use what I have. Someday, yeah, I'll make myself one of those S-shaped bending wrenches, especially if I go out and start doing demos. I'm not going to walk up to a Ren fair and whip this thing out and say, hey, check this out. It's just not how it works. But there are a lot of different methods to make a bending wrench or a twisting wrench. And you really don't need to go out and reinvent the wheel. And I've seen so many people get stuck in this quagmire where they think they need to go out and make everything their own. And they design new tools and stuff, and really it turns out to be a waste of time. Now, you can sit there and design a bending wrench or a twisting wrench in CAD, but seriously, who the heck is going to take the time to do that and waste that much time? There are proven methods. Don't go out and try to reinvent the wheel. So, on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been Jeff at Darkmoon Metals, and I'll see you again soon.